We're joined by Michael Kuenzler, the co-owner of All Family Pharmacy. Mike, it's always good to see you. This is always a busy time of year, although Advent reminds us to slow down a time or two. But I imagine it's just as busy for you as it is for us with that huge buy one, get one free sale that was so successful. Demand getting even higher for these life-saving medications. Why do you think so many families rush to take their time with accessing these off-label generics?
So we did have a tremendous sale. Thank you very much to all of those out there who appreciate a sale like that. The buy one, get one free. It's the most popular sale of the year. People want these generic, cheap medications because they don't want to get vaccinated. They don't want to go the route of hiding in their house all day during, flu season. During times of travel, they want to have important medications that can keep themselves as well as their family and friends safe from contracting the flu, the virus, the COVID, whatever, we're going to call it nowadays. At the end of the day, nobody wants to get sick and lay at home in bed. So having access to these cheap generic medications is very crucial. And a sale like that gives them the ability to stock up not only just for November or December, but as well January and February, which, as we know, usually are the deeper months of flu season where things get worse.
Yes, it's so true. And one of the things I'm told by our viewers is that they really appreciate your immense discounts and that you run these programs like RSBN 10, RSBN 10 right now for 10% off this life-saving medication. Well, with all these specials that go really year-round, why do you think it's so important to do that for the guests at home?
Yeah, so the sale like that is very important because, again, it allows the ability to stock up on medications throughout the course of the entire flu season, not just November and December, the deeper months, and then coming into allergy season. So it's a great time for people to stock up. Some people just don't have the financial means to be purchasing these medications throughout the course of the year. Some people are on specific protocols that require a higher dose. A higher dose means more capsules, which means more money out of their pocket. So they're able to take advantage and purchase a larger supply for these specific off-label protocols that we all know about, that it's hard for us to discuss anymore because of the government wants their regulations and they want Big Pharma to ultimately treat these patients with these high-priced drugs or immunizations that are not even FDA approved. So it is a great time to take advantage of these medications at that time.
And this is a time of year when you see the urgent care lines, they're out the door. People can't reach their doctor because of the busyness of the season. Yet, as you said, many people getting sick this time of year with cold and flu season. So some pharmacies, they run out of the medication, but All Family Pharmacy doesn't. How does your online pharmacy operate so differently?
We purchase a lot of medications ahead of time. We stock up so deeply. The pharmacy sometimes hard to walk through, to be honest. There is so many antibiotics. There's so many inhalers. I order by the hundreds. We get pallets in. Right now we have a pallet of vitamins that just pulled up to the pharmacy to bring inside. So we stock up preparing for flu season. We don't wait. We try to stay prepared as we encourage our patients as well to stay prepared. You never know what can happen. You never know what's going to happen with FedEx and UPS. There could be a local strike where then you don't get your package. There could be a snowstorm, which the main FedEx or UPS hub could be, off limits for up to a week at a time. And then now all of a sudden your package that's coming from Florida to Washington State is now delayed a week or two because of that. So it's a crucial time for ourselves as a pharmacy to stock up on medications like antibiotics, Tamiflu, which is huge, ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, mebendazole, different drugs like that. I'll tell you right now, in January and February, the hardest time of the year to get Tamiflu. Even the local pharmacies, CVS and Walgreens, we get the calls from our local people who don't care about anything else other than just getting Tamiflu, and my local pharmacy doesn't have it. Well, great. I have, 500 boxes ready to go for you.
Yes, and that's the case with flu and respiratory illnesses rising in this country, including still a low-level strain of COVID out there. What should families be doing right now to prepare for that so they don't lose out on things like Tamiflu?
It's a great time to stock up. It's a great time to make a purchase, get ready for the holidays. The medication has a expiration date of a minimum 1 year. The reason for the 1 year is a legality purpose, right? A prescription is only valid through a physician here in the United States for 1 year. So it requires a 1 year expiration on it. However, the drugs will last longer than a year. We don't purchase short dated medication for the reason of our patients having the ability to stock up on these drugs for long term use. So it is a great time to stock up on drugs because they will last at least a year for you. And now, again, we're coming into season with the delays of FedEx and all the shipping carriers because everybody wants to send out Christmas and holiday cards. Everybody wants to send out presents, and it's a great time to be shipping if you're in the shipping industry. But if you're in our industry and things are getting delayed, it's crucial to be prepared for this. But, I don't talk too much about the kits. One thing I would love to dive in about some of the kits that we've designed here with our pharmacists, and these aren't generic kits where you're just going to buy 10 different antibiotics. We have our flu season kit, which gives you a medication for every different type of ailment that the flu incurs, right? Cough, sore throat, fever, different stuff like that. We have a sinus infection kit, which is a little bit different, goes into the different ailments that come from a sinus infection. So sometimes it's great to just buy one of those kits just to be prepared for flu or sinus infection throughout these months. And that way you're prepared because, like you said, these walk-in clinics, the lines are out the door. You can't get in. You got to sit there for 4 hours. You're sitting next to somebody who's sick. It's not the great time of the year to be sitting in an office like that next to 4 or 5 people with the flu, or probably 10 if they even have an appointment for you. So some of these kits are actually ideal where you can treat the symptoms that you're feeling with certain medications, and they're cheap generic meds that we sell.
Yes, and can we dive into that process as well? Because you don't need insurance to do business or order from allfamilypharmacy.com/RSBN, but that pharmaceutical note is needed, and a U.S. doctor licensed reviews all of this before the order is shipped out. Is that correct?
Yes, a U.S. licensed doctor. Now, these doctors are licensed in the state that you reside in. We do, stand by all federal, state and federal laws here in the United States. We abide by all of them, even our own state here in Florida. But traditionally speaking, if a patient is being shipped to in Washington, we have to abide by their state laws as well as we're licensed there. So the process is just go online, place an order. We'll send it over to a licensed doctor to review. If they have any questions or concerns, they call you directly, they email you, they have us contact you. There are a plethora of ways that the physician has the ability to get a hold of you, but they'll get those prescriptions signed pretty quick as long as it's safe and effective for the patient. So it's a pretty easy process to go online, purchase the meds you need. They'll help you recover faster if you have the flu, if you have COVID, if you have a sinus infection. The idea is to help the American people get back on their feet during flu season so they can spend time with their loved ones. They can go back to work. They can make the money that they deserve. And again, when it comes to insurance, we don't accept insurance. And the reason for that is the insurances won't let you have a flu kit. They don't want you to be prepared for that. They want you to show up at your doctor's office when you're sick. Well, bad news, the doctor doesn't have an appointment for 7 days. The flu lasts 7 to 10 days. So at that point, it's kind of it's a moot point and it's a waste of money. So it's a great time to be prepared. And that's why we don't take insurance for that specific reason. It gives the American people the opportunity to stock up.
And for anyone watching, they might not know you've been our go-to online family pharmacy for quite some time now. How can they reach out to you directly so they can get this going during the holiday season?
Yes, they can go on allfamilypharmacy.com/RSBN. They could also give us a call on our phone, 561-717-6794. We have about 9 customer service reps answering the phones at all times. Unfortunately, it does get busy, especially in flu season. So we have the ability now where you can leave a message or you could put yourself in a queue for a callback, and one of our reps will call you back during normal business hours. We have up to 4 pharmacists on staff. We're there to help you and guide you through side effects, guide you through dosing, and guide you in the best way possible so that the medication is safe and effective for you.
Michael Kuenzler, thank you so much. The co-owner of All Family Pharmacy. Again, allfamilypharmacy.com/RSBN, RSBN10. That's RSBN10 for 10% off your order. Get on it today. Do not delay. Have a very Merry Christmas, my friend. We hope to see you again very soon on the right side of history.
Have a Merry Christmas. Thank you.